What's going on YouTube? Heylow here with another Total War Warhammer 2 matchup. Today we're going to be seeing a 2v2 with autogen armies. So let's jump in. Alright, so over here we have High Elves and Wood Elves pairing up. High Elves going to be rocking a front line of some White Lions, Swordmasters, Lothern and Sea Guard. They're going to be supported by some Sisters of Averlorn, the Storm Riders, as well as the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower, some Dragon Princes, Fireborn on the left flank. They also have a Great Eagle, fun. Illyrian Reaver Archers in the back right. So that is it for the High Elves. And Wood Elves over here, going to be rocking the Ancient Tree Man for the Lord. They are going to be bringing some Glade Guard with Hagbane tips scattered throughout their formation over here in the woods as well. The back line is going to have some War Dancers and some Wildwood Rangers to support. They have two more Great Eagles, some Wild Riders, and some Glade Riders with Hagbane tips. And then in the very back right corner, we're going to have a Waystalker hidden in this little pocket of trees. So interesting little autogen builds here. Not bad, all things considered. Got a little bit of diversity, a lot of skirmish cav, some heavy cav, the air support. Could be good. All right. So over here with the Skaven and Beastmen combo, we'll start on the right with Skaven. Gonna have the Assassin up front hanging out in the trees. Front line of all Skaven slaves, clan rats. Mid is going to consist of Warpfire Throwers, some Poison Wing Globerdeers, the Hell Pit Abomination, and the Greyseer of Ruin on his bell. Backline's going to be some Rat Ogres, some Storm Vermin with Halberds and Sword and Shield. Alright, over here on the left, we're going to go to the Beastmen. So Cygor in the back line, as well as 3 units of Razor Gore Herd. We're going to have some Ungor Spears up front, as well as some regular Gore Herd. Some Blackhorns Ravagers up there as well, with some more staying power with that Regiment of Renown. Malagar the Dark Omen, and a Bray Shaman of Death on a Chariot. On the far right flank, we got 2 units, Chaos Warhounds with Poison. And then on the far left flank, we're going to have the Sons of Goros, Centaurs with great weapons, and a regular unit of Centaurs. And they're going to be Vanguard deploying. Alright, so that is about the gist of it. Let's dive in, folks. Okay, so basically, off the bat here, this is going to boil down. High Elves and Wood Elves have a nice defensive pocket on this hill. And right off the bat, they're going to start skirmishing. And on the right, the engagement is going to kick off with some Wild Riders jumping into the Sons of Goros and the Centaurs with the Great Eagle coming in from the Wood Elves to support. They're going to do some really good work and be wrecking these Centaurs. Sons of Goros taking a ton of damage. Another Great Eagle coming in to back them up. But both sides are going to start disengaging now that the Skaven are pushing up with their spears and the infantry. Don't want to get too bogged down. But Great Eagle kind of overextends. Forces the Wood Elf to bring his cav back in to support them. Does tons of damage on these Centaurs who are going to end up routed, and they are dangerously close to the edge of the battlefield. But front line over here, going to be starting to engage, getting into the thick of it. We're going to have the Skaven just charging right up the hill into the thick of things, getting into the White Lions, the Lothern Sea Guard, the Swordmasters. Now, Skaven slaves and clan rats going to be absolutely no match for this front line. But Wild Riders trying to support with some flank engagements. Look at that. Skaven slaves almost instantly routing. But over here we've got a fat pocket of clan rats and Skaven slaves pushing up. Oh, no, all clan rats. So we got a little more heavy infantry for the Skaven, all things considered, but pushing up around this flank side. So we're going to have the Wildwood Rangers closing the pocket here. Razor Gore Herd coming in hot to get into the Swordmasters and these White Lions. But yeah, it's kind of all over the place. And the Purple Sun gets dropped on these Glade Guard, and they get absolutely deleted. Wildwood Rangers taking a little damage, and we're going to have 1 Razor Gore die. But yeah, that's really rough. That skirmish unit gets absolutely annihilated. Some Storm Riders getting knocked over by some breath attacks. Not doing too much damage, all things considered. But disrupting the formation nonetheless. But they are going to move down to fill in this hole that is now forming and protect against this oncoming horde of Blackhorns, Ravagers, and Gore Herd. Dragon Princes, the Fireborn, coming in, trying to pick up some good charges on the routing flank units. Hell Pit Abomination gets straight into the back line with the Greyseer of Ruin. Tyrion trying to beast it out. Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower detaching from its artillery. Gets hit with an AoE spell there. Poison Hounds coming in to support, try and take them out, but the Wild Riders coming in to help them. Whole heck of a battle going on here. Got the Waystalker hanging out in the back, just picking some shots off. Skirmishers have fallen back from the main line, trying to cause a little bit of extra damage, put a little distance between them and this crazy swarm we've got going. But the Rat Ogres and Storm Vermin are going to be hot in pursuit coming through in the back line to try and get into these skirmishers. Illyrian Reaver Archers there to support. Great Eagles just flying around trying to hound on all the skirmishers that the Skaven have to bring, the Poison Winged Liberators and the Warpfire Throwers. Doing a really good job keeping them wrapped up and trying to push them off the battlefield, keeping all that skirmishing fire, all that ammunition from being used against the Elf formation. You can see though the front line is pretty much cracked. There isn't much left here for the Elves as far as infantry goes. It's pretty much boiling down to their air support, skirmishers, and cavalry, which is kind of to be expected with the numbers that the Beastmen and Skaven were bringing to bear. Just completely overwhelming. Ancient Tree Man going to be tanking it out against the Blackhorns Ravagers, absolutely destroying them. Storm Riders desperately holding against a surround from the Razor Gore Herd and some Gore Herd, doing a pretty great job considering that they are kind of very outnumbered. But Malagor the Dark Omen trying to run away from Tyrion, who is an absolute beast. But in the back line here, the Helped Abomination gets into the Sisters of Averlorn. Good pickup for the Skaven, but Sisters of Averlorn, no scrubs. They're going to do okay in melee. Not the best against the Hell Pit, but better than a normal archer unit would. Back here, Storm Vermin in pursuit of the Glade Guard. White Lions do rally, and they're trying to deal with some of these Storm Vermin here, but the Gracier is going to be coming in to try and get into that engagement. Got a Warp Lightning coming down in the Ancient Tree Man and War Dancer Blob, not doing too much damage, but here in the middle we have this big, thick Beastman Blob. Just trying to take down Tyrion. Wildwood Rangers getting in there. They're going to do some awesome work chewing through all his light infantry. Ancient Tree Men coming into support, going to be doing some good work as well. War Dancers. All this elite Wood Elf infantry is going to do really well trying to take out all of this Chaff Beastmen infantry. Malagor taking it crazy across the map. Snipe from the Waystalker though, and routing barely on any health. Rocking 443. But over here, High Elves have a little bit of Great Eagle play going on, some skirmishers in the back line with the White Lions, but the Wood Elves kind of carrying the day right now. All this cavalry coming into support and save this Great Eagle, get into the Grey Shaman of Death, who is the only thing keeping the Beastman leadership together. Some Storm Mermen hot on the pursuit against these Glade Guard, but they're just going to keep getting kited. Some Glade Riders with Hagbane tips forcing off the Warpfire Throwers. Great Eagles in very good health for the Wood Elves here, trying to get in and goon on the Gracier of Ruin, but some Rat Ogres coming into support, so he's going to back off and go after some easier targets instead. Storm Vermin Sword and Shields, very high health unit coming in from the back line, done chasing after whatever they were chasing. Fireborn coming in to try and get after that Gracier. They're going to divert and go into the Storm Vermin instead. Great Eagle hot on that Gracier's tail. So over here in this main engagement, we had the Beastman Blob has pretty much been wrapped up. The Wild Riders and Wildwood Rangers just tearing apart. All that light infantry just can't hold up against this elite Wood Elf Cav and infantry here. Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower getting back in the saddle on these two artillery pieces, trying to steer clear of the Hell Pit and Cygor though. Tyrion being an absolute beast with some Wildwood Ranger support, just tanking it out against this Cygor and Hellpit Abomination. But the Ancient Tree Man is bringing in some cav, and never mind, Tyrion, you are okay where you are. Keep fighting the good fight. We're going to go fight other things. We want none of that. So they divert, they go after this Bray Shaman with Death. Awesome pickup here if they can just get him gone. Beastmen don't really have anything left on the battlefield. If he dies, all of their infantry is just going to shatter out. And it's down, yep, there they go, shattered out. Beastmen are out of the fight. That leaves Skaven, and that's going to be army losses. Everything is going to chain route. Absolutely insane battle. Had everything going on everywhere. Skirmishing in the back. The line engagement was just getting absolutely swamped. We had cavalry in the backs of both flanks. Rat Ogres running around all over the place. Great Eagle play. Absolutely crazy match. Let's look at some kills here. Cyreniti with the High Elves. Rocking some good kills. Look at this. Tyrion just duking it out. What a champ. Fighting the Hell Pit and the Cygor that entire time. Bogging down all that infantry. Beasting it out against Malagor. Great work by him. Noble doing some good work as well. White Lions lasted a pretty long time. They didn't really have anything good to engage with, so they were just kind of beating their axes against some chaff infantry. Swordmasters picking up 125 kills. Always doing a pretty good job. 63 on the Lothern Sea Guards, 72 on the Storm Riders. They ended up in melee. They did pretty good. They lasted for a very, very long time, all things considered. 50 kills on the Sisters of Averlorn. Um, thing with this, you can never tell chevrons because the autogen loves to throw chevrons randomly on everything. Fireborn Dragon Princes, though, picking up 150 kills, doing some awesome work, cleaning up, routing units, getting some good rear charges, going after some juicy targets. Illyrian Reavers doing some good work. Great Eagle play, not bad at all, getting into all those skirmishers. Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower doing some good work as well, 42 kills, just dumping some shots into that elite infantry and those monsters. Let's jump over to Wicked here. We've got the Ancient Tree Man racking up 113 kills, just stomping around in some blobs. Waystalker chilling in the back line the entire time, just dumping some shots, dropping his abilities on Malagor, and basically taking him out of the fight. Supporting Tyrion, picking up 79. War Dancers doing an awesome job with 127 kills. Wildwood Rangers absolutely shredding all of the Chaff Infantry. 224 kills on these guys. That is nuts. 83 kills on the Glade Guard, 23-12. These guys not getting the best, but with all of the numbers that these Skaven and Beastmen had to throw at them, they were getting pretty much chased around most of the game. Getting caught up in some various units, Rat Ogres, Chaff Infantry, things like that. Wild Riders, awesome rear charge play, 206 and 183, absolutely wrecking Skaven Infantry with the rear charges, tearing them apart. Glade Riders doing some good work, 68. Great Eagles, again, 24 and 24. Cyreniti and Wicked had some awesome Great Eagle play. A lot of people don't like them, and fortunately here with the auto gens, they didn't really have the opposing team didn't really have a ton of skirmishing to work those down. So they were kind of free to just get into the Poison Wing Globerdeers and just kind of start wrecking them. Get in there, chase them around, knock them off the battlefield, basically shut down what skirmishing fire they did have. And then they were also able to get into like those Senegors and support the Wild Riders, which worked out very, very well for them. But yeah, awesome work, guys. Those were really, really good. That was pretty interesting setup you guys had going there. Great calf play. All right, Drew Fizzle and Haromire. So the Skaven, Chaff Infantry, typical, not picking up a ton of kills, just bogging things down, swarm effect. Gracier of Ruin picking up 88 though, doing an awesome job getting into the back line, trying to get into those skirmishers. Just kind of beasting it out back there, dropping some spells. Really, really good spell work from the Skaven, disrupting all of the skirmishers. Um, did a really good job forcing them to push back and into the forest where their skirmishing fire isn't going to be as effective because of all the trees in the way, so they couldn't support their front line as well as they would like to. But Assassin here only picking up 2 kills. Skaven Slaves, Clan Rats, yeah, not doing the best. Storm Vermin doing okay. They had a lot of health toward the end, but unfortunately they were just chasing around skirmishers the rest of the game, which could have been better done probably by a different unit. Um, Not much of an option there though, because you either let them fire at you when you disengage and you take a bunch of shots in the back, or you just chase them around, hope that they get mismicroed and you catch them. I ended up bringing them back into the fight later on in the game, but they definitely needed a little more heavy, like Storm Vermin infantry. Unfortunately, again, autogen doesn't give you what you want. You get what you get. But Warpfire Throwers and Poison Wing Globerdeers kind of getting shut down by all the Great Eagles. Didn't really have a way to deal with those. He had no artillery, which is crazy for a Skaven autogen, because usually you get Warp Lightning Cannons or the Catapults at least, but he got none. Rat Ogre's doing an awesome job, 84 kills, wrecking some of these Glade Guard. Really disruptive play in the back line. So great job there, Drew Fizzle. He did some good work with those Rat Ogres. And the Hellpit Abomination picking up 51 kills was doing really well also. Tanking out some skirmisher fire, beating down on Tyrion. So good work, man. Haromire, Malagor, getting into the thick of things with his winged wonders. Getting in, fighting some stuff. Tyrion was getting a hold of him pretty early on, so it was kind of a bad engagement. He was getting sniped at by Wicked's Waystalkers, so kind of just a bummer on his part. Not really much he can do, but try to run him away. Bray Shaman of Death, though, getting some awesome kills here. 126 on that Chariot, getting a great Purple Sun and absolutely destroying one of Wicked's Glade Guard. Really, really good play there. Ungor Spears and regular Gore Herd doing pretty good work, just bogging things down. They lasted a really long time. Once the Skaven infantry wore out the High Elf infantry, the Beastmen were just able to get in there and just wrap them up in an envelopment and pretty much crush them. But Goreherd doing good. Blackhorn's Ravagers doing okay, kind of getting stomped around by the Tree Man though. Centaurs unfortunately getting caught out right off the bat by all the Wild Riders, and that was just an unfortunate engagement there. Not anything on Haromire's end that he could have done for the most part. Like he would have had to been watching them like a hawk right off the bat. Unfortunately, the deployments that they both had were just right there with each other, and Centaurs do not win that fight. But Poison Warhounds doing some good work. Didn't pick up a ton of kills, but they got into the backline. They were disrupting the skirmishers and the bolt thrower that the elf lineup had. So put them to good use. Razor Goreherd doing some great work, charging into the lines, getting into those Swordmasters and White Lions, and pretty much shredding them. You can see here 73 kills on this unit. Cygor doing good work too. 22 kills, dropping all his rocks, just trying to do what he can, take out important units, get into the thick of things. The Cygor Hell Pit combo trying to take out Tyrion was a good idea, but it just Tyrion is so tough. He's so hard to take out. But yeah, that's gonna be the gist of it. Great job to everyone that was playing here. That was a really entertaining game. The auto gen builds were a lot of fun. But yeah, for everyone watching, that is all for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Would you like to see anything in particular? Any more team matchups, FFAs, any particular factions or builds? Otherwise, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification for some uploads, and I will see you guys next time.